Hey guys, welcome to BLONITY. First, my little disclaimer, this is no financial advice, my own opinion and estimates. My estimates could be completely wrong. Don't trust, always verify, understand the numbers, be aware of scammers, and you know the best how to invest your money. Please be aware that I'm invested in Hive Blockchain, Argo Blockchain, Bitfarms, hashrate, KR1, DMG Blockchain, and DigiHost. Okay guys, let's jump right into it. So first I want to show you the Bitcoin chart, not from today, but from 2017. That's when I started to invest in Bitcoin stocks. And yeah, I think I bought Bitcoin Group. That was my first stock. I bought it somewhere here in July or something like this. Yeah, and then at that time here, we surpassed the old Bitcoin all-time high that time of 1,000. Then there was a huge increase to 3,000 US dollars. Then we dropped hard. And then there was another rise here. And I remember this correction here very well. I mean, this was the FUD at that time about, yeah, China is banning Bitcoin. And everyone said at that time, oh, Bitcoin is dead because China is banning it. Yeah, and then we had this 40% correction, which was very hard for me to see this. And I thought, okay, it's over. Yeah, but what happened later, despite all this stuff, I mean, the bull runs really started after this one. And yeah, we were rising to 20,000, to the all-time high at that time, to the peak of the bull run. And yeah, I'm not telling you that we are here right now, but yeah, at that time it felt like the end of the world, I can tell you, in this correction. And what I really want to tell you that in Bitcoin that huge corrections happen. I mean, this was a 26% correction here from the top here to the bottom. 27%. I mean, from a TA perspective, I mean, to be honest, yeah, a lot of supports were crushed. We have a lower low here right now. So yeah, I think a lot of TA guys are turning bearish right now. I mean, that's for sure. But it does not mean that the bull run is over. I mean, we have to wait a little bit. It's now important that Bitcoin will recover. I mean, I think I'm always more focused on the fundamentals, not that much on TA. I think, yeah, you've heard what's happening out there. I mean, a lot of companies are moving into Bitcoin. It looks like we're really at the beginning of something very big. Yeah, but the chart looks not good, to be honest. But yeah, we have seen big corrections before. I mean, in January, we had a 31% correction here. You can see this here, 31%. This time 26, this time 21, and now 26%. So it's nothing special here. But yeah, we have to keep an eye on it. We will look to it. Yeah, when we look at Ethereum, that looks very strong. I think that's also good support for Bitcoin too. Because yeah, yesterday we had the all-time high, today a huge drop, but now we're recovering and we're at the same level at 2 days ago. So not far away from the highs here. So Bitcoin, Ethereum is looking very strong right now. So huge recovery today. We can see that the stocks here, I mean, they had huge drops today, but they are already recovering. So hashrate at 0, Hive minus 2%, Bitfarms a good day. 8.5% in green, DigiHost and DMG still in red. These small guys, they're all always lagging a little bit, but when they pump, they usually pump harder. Argo minus 1.4%, but yeah, in Argo we had in the last few days some good days here, it's like 2 days. Then today huge or yesterday huge drop. Today a huge drop in the morning. In Germany it was like minus 20%, but it looks like we're closing now close to 0. Yeah, and when we look at these charts, these corrections here are happening. So we had this here. Yeah, now we have this correction. I mean, this was a lot harder than I expected because the fundamentals were so good for these mining companies, not comparable to December or January or something like this. Yeah, but yeah, when there's FUD out there, I mean, this week there was everything. I mean, the top was now the Biden thing about tax and all about regulation. I can tell you they're talking about regulation since years and they did nothing. And always when they talk about it, the price drops. I mean, they should now regulate this stuff. They should not talk about this. I think this is really important to bring some clear regulation in here. But I think they cannot do it, or they don't want to do it. I think they want to create FUD to get the small people out, to get the big guys in, and to redistribute the Bitcoin. Yeah, the next big thing was the energy topic again, and yeah, Bitcoin is all mined with coal and all this stuff, which is not true. Yeah, and a lot of stuff this week. Then we had this hash rate drop, and from China, and then we had option expiry today. So this week everything came together, and yeah, we only had a 26% drop from the highs to the lows right now. So I mean, I haven't seen a FUD campaign, fear, uncertainty, doubt, by the way, means FUD, since a while this big. So I mean, in January, February, we had no real FUD campaign, but this time it was huge. It was huge FUD, a lot of fear out there, and I think the new people, most of them were selling in panic, because that's what you always do when you're new in this business. And then you learn that that after this often nothing happens. That's the interesting part. Yeah, okay, but let's move on. So the US stocks like Mara and Riot up 4 and 5%. So that looks very good here. After this huge drop. Also, Bitcoin is now close to zero here, minus 0.8. So maybe we can close in green today, which would be very good, I think. Yeah, we will see. Okay, guys, so let's move on. We have some news here from Bitfarms. They're putting out a lot of news right now. They are growing very aggressively. So first of all, they're partnering with Foundry, with this big mining pool in the US. And yeah, they allocate all their hash rate to Foundry. And that will increase the hash rate of this mining pool by 15%. So I think Foundry has right now like approximately like 10 exahash, which is a lot. From the whole Bitcoin network hash rate. And the good thing is there is something like a deal, because Bitfarms they were hosting some 1,465 miners in their facility, but they now buy them back, maybe from Foundry or another client, I don't know. And yeah, they will have like 133 petahash more immediately, which is very nice. And they will get another 1,000 miners with 90 petahash in September, October, and November. So that's a little bit of time. But Bitfarms increased the hash rate today, a lot. And yeah, here they say they pay like 10% down payment of approximately $1 million. So yeah, it seems like these machines are $10 million, these 1,500 machines. So I mean, that's not cheap right now, but that's the price today, and it's a lot below the spot prices, that's for sure, because this is at $120 per terahash, which is a lot higher. Also they will get equipment financing with the Foundry for the next year. They will get a lot of machines next year. I mean, Bitfarms ordered something like 48,000 machines from WhatsMiner or from MicroBT, the WhatsMiner machines. And yeah, they will get some financing there, which is very good, maybe for the down payments they have to do. And another good news here is that they said they will repair these old miners they have, and they want to get like 80 petahash out of these. And yeah, they have now restored over 40 petahash, so that should be like 3,000 to 4,000 S9 end miners maybe, and is installed them. And yeah, that's why they have now 1.38 exahash, so a big increase in hash rate today for Bitfarms, which is very nice. I think they are the leader right now in the market of our publicly traded companies. I mean, Riot right now is at 1.3 exahash. Mara should be at 1 exahash or something like this. We don't know exactly. So Bitfarms, huge increase here in hash rate. So they're mining right now, more than 8 Bitcoins a day, I think. Maybe more, maybe close. I have to calculate this, but that's very good for Bitfarms and for the investors, I think. And that's why Bitfarms is rising today. So then we have some news from Marathon here. Marathon to participate in the H.C. Wainwright Cryptocurrency, Blockchain and FinTech Conference on April 27. So H.C. Wainwright, they did a lot of finance or these public offerings for all these companies there, or for the most of them. So they're going to be a very big player when it comes to money, to raise cash from the market, and to get these stocks to these institutional investors. And I think that's really good that Marathon, the CEO here, Marek Akamoto, he's very active in these conferences. He's promoting his company and the mining space in general, which is very important. I really like this. I would appreciate if other companies follow this one. We really have to get the word out, because we are still very early. There's a lot of misunderstandings about mining in general or Bitcoin. So that's very important to follow these conferences there. Yeah, then we have Riot Blockchain. They right now have still like 1.3 exahash, but they say here Riot has 8,900 more S19 Pro scheduled for delivery in April, May, which is expected to increase our hash rate to 2.3 exahash and 73 megawatts. Yeah, so I hope they will get it online in May. So 2.3 exahash is really a lot of hash rate, and 70 megawatts is also a lot of energy. But yeah, that's the highest efficiency you can get. This is 30 petahash per megawatt. This is perfect. Yeah, so I'm very excited about Riot. I definitely will invest in this company. Also in Mara when the time is right. But first I need some explosion from the miners I'm invested now. But I will distribute a little bit or diversify a little bit more into different crypto companies. And I think Riot will be definitely one of these because they're growing so fast and they're so efficient. And yeah, they now have their own facilities, so that's very good. Yeah, in the last few days we were talking a lot about these difficulty changes here. So right now it's -19 to -14%. So it dropped a little bit, but I think it should be at least like -10, -15% at the end of this interval here. We can see that a lot of hash rate is back. So yeah, at the same day when option expiry is, so the hash rate goes online again here in China. So that's a funny coincidence, I think, or maybe not. So yeah, we have a lot of hash rate back in the system now. So the low hash rate, the time is over. It seems like we haven't seen these highs here again of more than 200 exahash, but this could happen soon. Yeah, so the inspections in China because of this incident there, it seems like it's over. Okay, guys, so we have the data here. The transaction fees in Bitcoin are still very high. Not good for transacting, but very good for the miners. Also in Ethereum, they're still high, like 50% of the total block here. So we have good mining profitabilities. Not as high as in the last few days because of the huge hash rate drop that time, but it's at 34 cents per day per terahash. And in Ethereum, it's in 11 cents per day per megahash. So yeah, they're making still a lot of money, these companies, that's for sure. Yeah, and about the miners, I forgot to show you that for Bitfarms, when they were talking about this miner rehabilitation, the good thing is when you go to their financials or MD&A, I think it's the financials here. So at the end of December, they showed us what miners do they have. So they are very transparent in this. So here they show us they have a lot of S9 Bitmain Antminers here, like 10,000. So I think a lot of them were repaired here. They have other Bitmain Antminers like the T15, 16, S17 and S15 here. So they have no Litecoin miners. Yeah, that's a little bit sad because Litecoin is rising now fast. We have some InnoSilicon here, a few Canaan. Yeah, but the big fleet now is the MicroBT Watts miner here, 8,300 at that time. Right now it should be way above 10,000. I don't know the exact number. But yeah, I think MicroBT is the manufacturer they want to go, and they will, yeah, they bought a lot for next year, and I think they will get more in this year. Yeah, their goal is still like 3 exahash at the end of the year. So gonna be interesting whether they can get there or not. I'm very excited about because they're so aggressive. I really like this. Okay, yeah, then I want to talk a little bit about the awareness of Bitcoin because, yeah, I think the retail investors are really not, they're really not arrived in Bitcoin. I mean, a good indicator for this, I think, is the Bitcoin Group. It's a German stock. This was the first crypto stock I bought in 2017. Because, you know, when you heard the first time of Bitcoin and you want to buy it and you understand it's a little bit more complicated, you go to a stock exchange and yeah, you Google for Bitcoin or so. And then in Germany, there's the Bitcoin Group. And that was the first stock I bought in 2017. I had no clue about Bitcoin, but then I started to learn about this. And I think a lot of other people would do it the same way. So it's a very good indicator for me. What's about the public awareness of Bitcoin. And what we can see here on the chart that we had this high here in December when Bitcoin surpassed the 20,000. So there was a lot of media attention about Bitcoin and a lot of people were talking about this. So then we had a huge pump here. It tripled or quadrupled in a short period of time. But since then, that time we're correcting here. And I mean, Bitcoin since then, it more than doubled in price. And yeah, I mean, the Bitcoin group is not a small guy. I mean, they're here on the Bitcoin treasuries. They have like 4,000 Bitcoins on the balance sheet. This is an old company. And yeah, they were successful. It's an exchange, bitcoin.de. Yeah, so it's very interesting because the value is definitely there, but the price is dropping. And I think that reflects very well that the retailers, they haven't arrived in Bitcoin right now. They're talking a lot about other stuff right now, but not about Bitcoin. I think right now, I mean, this pump here from 20,000 to 60,000 in Bitcoin, I think this was a lot about institutional FOMO. I think the first wave, now they're FOMOing a little bit in Ethereum. But I have the opinion that the retailers, they haven't arrived. I think they will arrive at some time, but maybe if Bitcoin goes above 100,000 or so. But I think a lot of them will not buy Bitcoin because, yeah, we're now at 50,000, maybe at 100,000 in the future. And these people always want one. They want one Bitcoin or they want one Ethereum. They don't understand that you can buy 0.05 Bitcoin. I mean, then they decide, yeah, maybe I'll buy XRP or I'll buy Doge here for 24 cents. So I can get a lot more. And I think that a lot of retail investors will miss out on Bitcoin because I think Bitcoin is the number one and will be the number one for a while. I mean, Ethereum is a big competitor, but it's not really a competitor. It's a different topic. I mean, Bitcoin is the store of value right now. Ethereum is more about the Web 3.0 space. It's, in my opinion, a completely different use case. So I don't see them as competitors. I see them more as different utilization of these blockchain stuff. So different use cases. So I have no problem when both of these are growing. But I think Bitcoin is becoming now more and more a tool for the big guys. And I think this will continue. The price is now high and I think it will go higher. Or I hope it will go higher. And I think the retail investors, the small guys, they're now moving in or move in later. They will buy altcoins. Nothing wrong with this, but I think they should not miss out with Bitcoin because I think Bitcoin is the real revolution here. Okay, guys, so I think that's it for today. Thank you very much and see you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.